Share your love and creativity for baking. Bake more memories with tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder. Last time on that Tastemaster essay, the top 5 had to present a baked illusion. After being treated to lunch, they had to recreate their meal as a dessert. Melicia impressed with her milk tart, bangers and mash. But for Rio, dessert sushi proved too much, sending her home.
Hello to the 4 of you.
Hello.
So we have whittled it down from 14 to 4 of you. My goodness, it's been quite a journey, wouldn't you say?
Yes, for sure.
Well, originally each of you came in with a 7% chance of winning. Today you stand here with a 25% chance of walking away with 150,000 Rand in cash, courtesy of Capitec Business to further your career, because better never rests. Mel, by this time, surely you've had some time to think about it. If you don't mind, what would you do with 150,000 Rand?
I've had a dream of opening up a pastry and chocolate school, and along, with 150,000 Rand, I could start that dream and, pursue it.
Well, obviously, along with that, the winner will also receive 100,000 Rand to spend with Samsung, 100,000 Rands worth of KitchenAid equipment, and of course a blast chiller from Electrical Industries Online with 65,000 Rand. And by now you've realized the value of that item for quick cooling and freezing of any bake.
That's so cool.
So throughout the competition, we put you through your paces. We've asked you to make elaborate cakes. We've asked you to make cookbook covers. Now it's time to focus on refinement.
It wouldn't be the Tastemaster if we didn't delve into the world of fine dining, and that's where we're going today.
To get you inspired, we're sending you to one of Cape Town's most exclusive establishments, where you will meet this week's guest judge.
Born in the UK, Chef Rikku worked in Michelin star restaurants across the world before moving to Cape Town to open his own fine dining establishment.
My love for food comes from growing up in a house which didn't have a lot of access to good food. It was meat and potatoes and cabbage. By the time I got a job, which just happened to be in a Michelin star kitchen when I was 15, when I was washing dishes, I saw all these works of art, and I think my love happened like in that moment, as it were, like seeing something leave this kitchen, which I'd never seen before and never even knew existed, actually. When I head to my pantry, I head to Asia, from India all the way through to Japan and Korea. Those ingredients in particular, they're fresh, they're vibrant, they're full of vitamins, they're full of minerals. They treat everything like it's a ritual almost, like it's a religion. So I kind of follow that philosophy in the kitchens, and it's definitely my pantry of choice every time. So my day to day is going in between 5 different shops. It's quite busy, it's a busy schedule, and I do get to cook. I get to cook at Chef's Counter. I cooked here at Nikkei last night, but most of my cooking gets done at home actually for the family, the wife and kitty. So what I'd like the contestants to take away from my masterclass in particular is the organization. You work clean, you work hard. I'd like to think they can walk away from the masterclass with quite a lot of confidence, actually. I'd like to think that there's going to be enough inspiring stuff happening for them that they want to walk away and, lose themselves a little bit in what they're doing. Welcome guys to Rikku Chef's Counter, the old biscuit mill. Today we're going to be going over some of the quirky and cool dishes that we do here at the Chef's Counter. We're starting with the Chawanmushi, which is a baked Japanese custard. We're moving on to a lasagna made of a pasta that doesn't have any pasta in it, from Squid, actually. And then we're finishing with one of our signature tarts, which is a caramelized banana, miso caramel, and caviar tart.
Ek is baie opgewonde oor hierdie masterclass. Ek is nie goed met fine dining nie, nog nooit fine dining gedoen in my lewe nie.
Okay guys, so first of all I've got some dashi, which is like a shellfish stock with some seaweed, mixed with some cream. Next we have 1 whole egg going into that as well, and then just a spot of truffle oil. That's gonna just highlight a little bit of a nice umami accent in the back. You literally just need a couple of drops. We're gonna whisk that very quickly, just to incorporate, add a good pinch of sea salt. And then that's gonna go into our little bain-marie. We're just gonna fill these 3/4 of the way up, like a creme brulee. We're gonna add the water, and we're just gonna bake those custards for about 35 minutes and then place them in the fridge. So these are some that I made earlier. So how we dress this is basically get a nice little bit of the togarashi, just season the top. You'll see the sesame seeds on there. It's going to be prominent in the flavor. We get one of these nori sheets here, which we cut into these little strips. Just sit that on top. On top of that goes our truffle caviar, a nice amount. And then we just want to finish with some of these little garlic chips. I'm going to add a nice crispy texture to the top of the dish, and then some of these scallion threads here. So very traditional Japanese dish, just done it in our own quirky way. And we serve this in our little skull here. So we present it like that, and then we'll turn it around, doing the reveal.
It's beautiful, it's stunning. Chef Rikku's interpretation of the chawanmushi is out of this world. I love the use of truffle. Who doesn't love truffle?
Moving on to our lasagna. So this is your pasta. So we blend the squid up into a puree. We add some dashi to that as well. What happens then is it kind of lets it down and turns it into a nice little emulsion. And then we add all these sea vegetables. This is sea fennel, which we get from the coastal regions around here. And then all these little wild flowers in there as well. What we do is we put that under sous vide, which is under vacuum, in the backpack bag, and then into a water bath. What's going to happen is that's going to cook nice and slowly and turn into your pasta sheets, basically. Moving on from there, we have a duck cell being heated up behind us of onion, and then what we're going to do, we're going to add some squid, some fresh squid to that. Cooked nicely. On the other side, we have this tomato bechamel squid ink sauce. Sweet, so then we're gonna build our lasagna, guys. First things first, we're gonna go in with one of the small pieces of squid lasagna into the bottom of the bowl. We're gonna top that with some of our squid duxelle. And then some of our sauce. And then we're gonna go with another layer our squid pasta. Just sit it on top like that. And then what's gonna happen is, like a traditional lasagna, we're just gonna pop it in the oven and get everything bubbling away. Okay, so that's gonna be in the oven for about 3 or 4 minutes just to get the heat up, and then I'm gonna put the temperature up a little bit to start caramelizing the top. Okay guys, here is our finished lasagna. So we're gonna finish that off firstly with some toasted breadcrumbs, and these have been finished in a little bit of the squid fat. And we're going to finish with some fresh elderflower. That's going to add a nice floral note to the dish. And then a little bit of micro shiso. So the shiso is going to add a little bit of a tomatoey sort of flavor there. A little bit of mustard frill, just for some spice and a little bit of pepperiness. And then some good Parmesan. Okay guys, this is our feta cream that we're gonna add to the lasagna. So take out a good few pieces of the feta, and then as simple as just adding about the same amount of the feta brine and then giving it a blend. So as you can see guys, it's kind of like a bechamel sauce now, but instead of being like rich and creamy, it's very rich and creamy, but it has this nice acidity that is really gonna help the squid with its seasoning. Okay, and there is our squid lasagna.
Wow, beautiful. So beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna make a pastry case, rough buff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a cup and a half, and then we're gonna add a nice pinch of salt, 30 grams of butter, half a teaspoon of this baking powder. Best thing to do is use your hands. The reason, your fingertips are gonna apply heat, and that butter's gonna really be able to work into the flour. Now it's starting to bond already. Okay guys, so we have our pastry bowl. I'm gonna work that in a little bit more, and then I'm gonna roll it out and put it in our baking trays and bake a little pastry case for you, okay? So how we're gonna construct this is we have a banana cremu. This is literally banana, cream, eggs, and sugar that we whipped together. We're gonna add a little banana salsa to this. This is marinating some lime juice only, literally just some lime juice, just to, 1, not oxidize, 2, you're gonna add a nice bit of stringent acidity in the background there. Our miso caramel, plenty of it, so it's completely decadent, delicious. And then last but not least, some caviar. So I know you're thinking caviar, but on the top, what is this guy thinking? So if you think of what caviar is, especially this Ossetra caviar, we're talking cream, butter, salt. So if you add cream, butter, and salt to caramel, you get a bougie salted caramel, right? So that's all it is. We're gonna put a nice whack on top there. Then we're gonna finish this with some apple blossoms, some acetum, and some elderflower. One thing to remember when you're garnishing with anything is not just putting something on the plate for the sake of it because it's pretty. It's really important that you get a flavor profile with that. And then in true sort of Rikku style, we serve that in the hand of the chef.
It's beautiful. Love it. Amazing. It's gorgeous.
Okay guys, that completes the lineup. Please dig in, enjoy.
This menu is out of this world. It's blowing my mind. It's just lovely to see a chef go so beyond even my wildest expectations. That's lasagna, a word.
The squid lasagna tastes amazing. The crispiness on the top, the feta, yo.
Die masterclass was great, maar joh, as ek vir jou op my sene wees, ek is nie gereed vir die challenge nie.
Okay guys, when it comes to fine dining, I like to keep it to like 3 rules. Flavor first. The second rule is then technical ability when it comes to baking in particular. And the last thing is presentation.
I love Chef Rikku's principles of fine dining. I am super ready for the next challenge.
Next up, inspired by Chef Rikku's fine dining masterclass, contestants tackle a demanding 3-hour bake. Clover feta, crumbly and creamy. Add some style to any dish. Made with love by Clover.
Now for the challenge. We want you to create your most refined and elegant 3-course baked menu. This means each course needs to feature a baked item using royal baking powder.
Mel, as the holder of the Royal Baking Powder pin, you get an advantage in this particular challenge. You will be allowed to choose one ingredient that is not available in the pantry and not available to anybody else that you get to use in today's challenge.
Great. I would have loved to have Chef Rikku as my sous chef today, but I'll accept the ingredient that no one else can use.
Okay, well, I'll take the Royal Baking Powder pin back, thank you.
Oh, no. Having Chef Rikku judge and taste food, he's a 2-star Michelin chef. How am I going to impress them? I'm not sure.
Now remember, today is an elimination challenge. However, the winning bake will earn themselves the Royal Baking Powder pin along with today's prize. A Samsung 90cm gas stove with 5 burners and a triple flame wok plate, just like the ones you've been using in the kitchen thus far. So
cool.
A lot to bake for.
Yes.
Hey guys, so remember the 3 cardinal rules from the masterclass. We've got taste, we've got texture, and we have presentation. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's bake.
Good luck, guys.
Go for it.
Feeling so nervous. Everything's going through my head. It's a total panic.
So the challenge is underway, and we say it every time that this is your most difficult challenge, but this one is pretty intense.
Chemistry and baking is kind of the same thing. So the technical element, you know, getting it perfect, the texture and the right seasoning and everything is actually the most important thing here. Yeah.
I think we're going to stretch these guys to the max today.
Final 4 is the time to do it, right?
Yeah.
That's it, and we say this to them, don't embarrass us in front of the, in front of the guest judges.
For my main course, I'm gonna do dark breast, marinated in orange, white wine and honey and soya sauce. I'm busy doing this now.
I'm using my clover cream for a cheats coconut ice cream. It's just clover fresh milk, clover condensed milk, as well as coconut cream. You just mix everything together, put it into the freezer, and forget about it.
Tell us what your secret ingredient is, or your exclusive ingredient.
Oh, yes.
Can give you a hint.
Oh, she's gonna bring it out. What is it? You just showed us a box.
Dry ice. I was hoping you
It
would
looks
guess.
like dry ice.
Oh, dry. Okay, so do we have an ice cream
I
happening?
have a sorbet, yeah.
And what flavor is that sorbet?
The flavor of the sorbet is mango and lime.
Ooh.
Okay, nice, nice.
My starter is pork and prawn dumplings.
Beautiful.
And I am doing that with a soy foam.
Oh.
And just some chili, soy sauce, honey glaze at the bottom.
chili.
And my main course is a chicken ramen. I'm making my noodles, and then it's going to have a jellied consomme or jellied ramen stock. I'm going very Asian inspired today.
We just hope that ramen, it's packed full of
punch.
flavour, eh?
Yeah,
Because I do love ramen.
Yeah.
I feel good being in the top 4. It's actually so surreal actually being here.
What did you take from the masterclass?
I really liked your squid pasta, so I want to do a take on that.
Oh, fantastic.
And do chicken as the pasta, and then do like a spicy tomato sauce with that. I'm drawn to Mediterranean, Middle Eastern flavors. Hopefully it works out for me.
Love that. What's happening with the dessert?
Dessert, I'm doing an orange and fig cheesecake with a sesame tuile, just for texture.
Well, good luck. This looks amazing.
Guys.
In an Indian family, what we do is we'll make a big biryani or
Family
a big pot
style.
of curry.
Okay.
It goes in the middle of the dining
100%.
table, and then everybody dishes out.
Yeah.
So for me, fine dining and trying to be very restrictive
Kind of
with
like
my
the opposite
hand.
of what you normally do.
We see the arsenal of spices.
Fantastic.
Are we having a curry, a fine dining curry?
No, we're having, for the main, it is like fish that has been marinated in spices. And then I'm also doing a spicy turmeric coconut cream that will go with it. A braised basmati rice and naan breads.
Fantastic. And is this like a fish cake then? Is that what's going on here? Or?
This one here is a crab cake.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
this
is that
is
what
for
that
my
is?
starter. So from 1 to 10, how do you like your chili?
1 to 10. I like it 12. but
What?
It's fine. Don't do it to the lady,
Let's
man. Come
all
on.
just relax a second, yeah? But if you're going to blow my mind with chili for the mains, what's for dessert to cool me down?
So dessert is a semolina cardamom coconut cake, and then it's going to have lemon curd and then some creme fraiche, and hoping the no churn coconut ice cream chills in time.
Okay, Phillip, talk us through what you've got planned for your magical 3 courses.
For a start, I'm gonna serve a cheese puff with goat cheese and a beetroot chip. And then for my main course, I'm doing dark breast.
Have you cooked duck before?
No, neither did I do fun dining.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try.
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Okay, quickly, your dessert.
My dessert, I'm still stuck between 2. It's rather blueberry tart or a blueberry cheesecake.
She's stuck between 2. You need
No,
to
but
know
I'll do
now,
it. Don't
man.
worry, don't worry.
I've added royal baking powder to my tuile and my fortune cookie mixture. It elevates it and sets it, as well as it gives it a bit of a porous texture. Looking back at my journey at the Taste Master competition, I am super stoked I've made it this far. I can't believe it. I have learned so much. I've learned to rise from the elimination challenges, which gave me so much more confidence. I am so happy to have a high-level support system from my family, and knowing that I'm also doing this for them just makes me work so much harder, and I'm just going to give this my all.
Mel's always inspired people. She inspires her students, which is really foremost for why she does a lot of the things that she does, inspiring our family, inspiring our daughter.
I'm so proud of my mom.
My name is Lorraine. I'm Mel's elder sister. Mom.
My name is Teddy, and I'm Mel's dad, and I'm super proud of her.
A word of encouragement. We know she can do it. This is just another example how she continuously amazes us at whatever she does.
Babes, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. Just know that you've got an army of people that's supporting you. We're rooting for you. We know you can do it. So go for it, girl.
I need to get onto my custard immediately. It needs to be baked. I combine some clover fresh cream inside a pot along with some coconut milk, and I get it onto the stove.
I'm busy now preparing my mushrooms to make a puree out of it.
Chef, so this is my mix, and there's like bubbles in there, but I'm worried that it's gonna
What it shouldn't do is shrink. What'll happen is the protein will relax due to the temperature of the water.
Okay,
so
cool.
Just have confidence. As long as the bag is sealed and no water gets into the bag, it shouldn't be a problem.
How cool is it that the Samsung oven can double up as a sous vide?
This challenge, I don't know, should I say it's nerve-wracking because where I'm from, one step groot worden kos.
The mango puree has chilled beautifully. It's time to get it in my stand mixer. And now is the most exciting part for me. I'm using the dry ice to freeze my sorbet. Dry ice is very cold, so it can cause burns. So I need to make sure that I'm wearing gloves, which is protective. As I have the stand mixer running, I am gradually adding the powdered dry ice. It's starting to foam up and look pretty radical, and it's getting really cold very fast. Okay, the sorbet is beautiful, really smooth.
Contestants, 1 hour down, 2 hours remaining. Let's go.
Come on, guys, 2 hours.
You too can make big things happen and be part of the Tastemaster action.
Show us your interpretation of this week's challenge by creating a 3-course baked menu using royal baking powder. Upload it onto socials by replying to the competition post and using the hashtag #TheTasteMasterSA and hashtag #BakeMoreMemories. And you could win a KitchenAid stand mixer of your very own.
Good luck.
Congratulations to the winner of our episode 9 viewer competition, Jackie Kirschbaum, who baked a colourful layered blueberry cheesecake topped with two-tone macarons. Who will influence the nation with their creative bakes? Bake more memories with tried and trusted royal baking powder.
The most difficult part of this challenge is trying to put out 3 dishes in 3 hours, different elements, textures, flavors. I am now adding all of my dry ingredients into a bowl to start making my sesame cracker. I am using royal baking powder. It's been trusted by my grandmom, it's been trusted by my mum, and it's been trusted by me. It always works.
This is currently my coconut custard. I want to get it in a water bath and get it into the oven to set.
Ek gaan nou begin om my shoe pastry te maak. Ek is bietjie senuweeagtig omdat ek het nie 'n tema vir my dis wat ek gaan voorberei nie. Want ja, ek is onkant betrap met hierdie fine dining ding.
Mel, 1 hour down, how are you feeling?
Good. I have tuile made. I've got coconut custards in the oven. I've got crumble for my first course. So right now, just setting the jelly, made pineapple carpaccio as well for my dessert.
Fantastic.
It's marinating in some lime juice and some passion fruit.
Jeez, productive hour.
Big time.
My plan with this brinjal is to make a baba ganoush. It's been roasting in the oven, and I am then going to mix it up with some spices, garlic, cumin, and put that to the side for my choux.
Well done.
Thank you.
What are we busy with and what still needs to happen?
Okay, so what I'm busy with now is making my harissa whipped feta. I have my crumb done. This is my baba ganoush.
Have you done your choux pastry yet?
I'm gonna start on that.
That needs to be your next job because it needs to rest, okay?
Yeah.
That Samsung stove has always been a dream of mine, and if I get that today, everyone's invited for dinner. I'm now rolling out my cracker dough as thinly as I can. I then add on my sesame seeds, cut them out, and into the oven they go.
After this, what do you still need to do?
I'm gonna do the lime aioli. The naan dough is gonna get done very quick. Pistachio crumble, some salsa, and then the fish elements.
Are you confident that you're going to get everything done?
Yes.
Because you have bitten off quite a lot there.
Going all out today.
You'll do it. You're going to do it.
I'm going to focus now on the duck.
And the waffle element.
So my waffle, I'm not going to do it with the waffle machine. I'm going to bake it. I have some nice small little of these ones. Just going to put a nice thin layer there. And then I'm going to bake it. I'm going to also use some duck fat to just...
That's key for a great waffle. There you go.
The way I'm using my Olive Pride extra virgin olive oil is I'm putting it in this harissa oil. It's going to add a really rich flavor, so I'm very excited about that.
For my ramen, I need chicken, so I'm going to start marinating that. This competition is serious and it's stressful, so this is helping to relieve some of my stress.
I'm feeling very nervous with 1 hour and 15 minutes to go because there is still a lot of steps that I need to get through.
I'm making my choux paste right now, and I've just whisked some egg whites for my cheesecake.
Choux pastry speel nie so lekker met my vandag saam nie. My eerste batch het bietjie gefail, so ek moet nou weer 'n tweede batch maak, maar hierdie ding moet werk.
I don't want to look. Okay.
Listen up, you have 1 hour left to go. Crunch time, guys, 1 hour. Let's
Come on,
go.
guys, let's go, let's go.
I am now frying the crab cakes so that they are a little bit crunchy on the outside, but ensuring that they are cooked on the inside.
2 hours down, it seems like the guys still have a lot of components to complete, and we were quickly discussing plating time. Riku's thinking 10 minutes.
I say
should
30. I say 30 minutes, but I mean, I think mine is more wishful thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 minutes max for each dish,
Yeah.
basically, you know.
Jeez, that's very little time, especially with intricate fine dining type of presentation, you know?
That's what we do. If you spend any longer doing it, then you've got the worry about the meat overcooking, for example, or the noodles overcooking. They've got to be sensible at this point and give themselves enough time to get ready to plate.
I'm now rolling the dough for my noodles. I get some flour on the surface, get a rolling pin in hand, and use all that muscle magic that I need to roll it out as thin as possible.
This is my fish cubes for the main dish. I cut the fish into cubes and marinate them in spices as well as lemon juice and leave that aside.
What is this?
This is a pistachio crumble that's supposed to go with the dessert.
It smells delicious.
Smoked salt here,
Yes.
cumin and coriander. What are those going into?
That's for my sauce.
Oh, for the pasta.
Yes, and I'm gonna put some basil and some smoked salt, some chilies and some tomatoes, blend it up and then put that with the pasta.
Your pasta looks great. Your dumplings look rather
pretty.
fetching.
Thank you.
Noodles, happy with the dough there?
Happy with the dough,
Okay.
just difficult to cut right now under pressure.
We also got a gooey egg happening for our ramen, or
I hope so. I did 3 different eggs, hoping
one of them should be good.
Oh, let's hope.
I need to figure out my soy foam. I'm going to combine some soy sauce, some soy milk, and some gelatin inside of an espuma or a cream gun. This is going to froth the actual mixture when I serve it.
How are things going?
Pressure.
What are you working on right now?
I'm just quickly gonna do my waffles.
Okay, what is that?
This is the batter, but I'm gonna mix it all now in the mixer.
Oh, that's an interesting waffle method.
Don't worry. Yeah, I know it is. It's just that I'm pressed for time. It's a Kalahari method.
What I'm making right now is my tuile mix for both my pasta and for my cheesecake.
Butter?
Nice and pink in the middle.
Oh, thank you, chef.
You're welcome.
This is my jelly.
Contestants, final 10 minutes of this challenge.
Vir my plating gaan ek maar wild and colorful, want ek het nie regtig 'n tema of enige ander inspirasie wat ek hier inbring nie.
That looks flavorful.
No, just okay. I'm so nervous. I'm not sure if the flavors are balanced. He has a little taste, doesn't say anything, and walks away.
Hier lyk hy soos 'n koek. Ja, that waffle, né? Almost cake.
My flavors are definitely going to impress the judges. However, I am very nervous with the way I will plate today.
Yeah, multitasking to the max. That's how you do it at the Taste Master kitchen. This is great. Sorbet is set in record time thanks to the beautiful blast chiller that we have. And now I'm ready to go with sorbet. With the plating today, I'm just going with my gut and going with what I feel looks pretty. I'm really exhausted.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop baking, everyone. Step away from your plates. Well done. Amazing.
Time was of the essence. It just feels like it slips away from you. But yeah, I got everything on the plate.
I had so much of fun today. I'm proud of what I put up.
This was such an intense challenge. I am actually so proud of myself. I think I did a good job.
It was a lot of pressure, but I'm proud because like in my first try, for me it looked good. Ken ek dit of ken ek dit nie? Ek vat dit aan. Hierdie challenge het ek aangevat.
After the break, 4 confident bakers present their 3-course fine dining menus to the judges.
Better never rests, so be the star to take your baking to the next level with Capitec.
Do it like this. Do it like get it, move it, own it. Do it like this. Bespoke.
Going into judging is always so nerve-wracking because you never know what the judges are looking for.
I can only imagine that with cooking for your family, and that's predominantly the type of cooking that you do, that this type of challenge would definitely force you out of your comfort zone.
Today, my plan was flavor. If I gave you flavor today, and even if my plating was not the best, you guys are going to enjoy what I have for you. I think that I have done enough for the fine dining challenge, and I hope the judges do enjoy it.
Renuka, you came in here to deliver flavor. You absolutely did that. Your little crab cake, it's moist, it's juicy, it's delicious. Great use of the cracker to bring some texture in there. Your mains, naan maybe a little bit short. I would have liked something just slightly chewier. What a great choice for dessert that complemented your mains so well. Ice cream, delicious. Your little cake also kept its moisture beautifully. So all in all, a great eating experience for me.
Thank you, Fritz.
For me, this was like going to one of my favorite Indian restaurants. I thought the curry was perfectly executed, or the gravy. Loved the ghee around the rice. The fish was beautiful. The spice was almost elastic in a way. It just coated absolutely everything and made me want to live the experience on. I didn't want to finish it. The aioli was brilliant. Zola knows I'm not a mayo fan, and that was absolutely delicious. And Fritz is completely right in saying that what a dessert to follow. You nailed the flavor, you nailed the texture. That was superb. Thank you.
Thank you so much, judges. I feel like maybe there's a chance that I could get into top 3, but I'm not sure with the other contestants yet.
Going to see the judges, there is a 2-star Michelin chef here. That is nerve-wracking, to say the least.
So you came into this challenge with a lot of grand ideas. Did everything come off exactly how you'd planned it?
I am concerned about, obviously, the noodle. I did it very quickly.
Producing a homemade noodle was quite a risky business, eh? Like ramen, for one. Getting the broth well balanced, getting all that deep flavor in there in the short time period that you had, because this stuff normally takes a few days to make. Pretty brave, I gotta say.
That's one of the most impressive things at this stage of the competition. It is only for the brave. It looks great,
It looks very impressive.
Everything looks very nice.
So happy that I've met the brief, and I know that is something you have to stick to in this competition.
Mel, I commend you. The number of elements that are included in each dish already say fine dining. In terms of flavor, for me, the starter, I thought your gyoza was a little bit chewy, and for me, I put it on the salty sides. In terms of your ramen, I can't believe how much flavor you got into that broth in such a short amount of time. Noodles, handmade, love that. My only criticism with the noodles is I wish they were longer. Your dessert, the texture of the sorbet for me is quite slimy, and I don't know why that is.
I think using dry ice in a sorbet is a bit of a risky thing to do because of the fact that it does give up carbonation to the sorbet. So it is not your traditional sorbet and maybe not liked by everyone.
So Mel, what a treat. The broth, wow, how did you get so much flavour in there in 3 hours? That is very impressive indeed. The chicken, delicious. Very well cooked. The pak choy, very well cooked. The noodles, wow, absolutely amazing. Totally agree with Zola, you need a longer noodle in ramen. The reason that you need a longer noodle in ramen is so it holds the sauce as you're slurping it all in, so you get that flavour. And then the egg, could have been marinated.
Yeah.
That's my only criticism. With the dessert, I'll be honest with you, not really for me. Unfortunately, the custard had split, so it just kind of ruins the texture of it and makes it not a pleasant thing to eat.
What I very much enjoy and so on point with this challenge today is that not only was there flavor, there was texture, there was always also heat differences and a factor of theatrical. You know, the chef's involvement in the dish, in the serving, etc. I so enjoy that. For me, that's part of the elevation, why you pay a little bit extra, you know, because it's a complete experience and not just an eating experience.
Yeah, you did tick those boxes very well, yeah.
I love that Fritz acknowledged the theatrics behind it. Fine dining has a lot to do with the involvement of a chef, and I tried to play into that because that was the theme of this challenge.
I'm really not sure what the judges are going to say. You never know when going into judging, you could get a mixed bag of comments.
You took a lot of stuff from the masterclass. You sat there, you absorbed, you used quite a few of the techniques, and you executed what looks to be 3 dishes that could possibly be served in a fine dining restaurant.
I am feeling really overwhelmed and really emotional because I was a little bit nervous at first, as I always am going into judging, but I'm so happy. Like, I'm actually emotional because I'm overjoyed.
Muli, wow. The choux with the harissa cheese, it was delicious, yeah. It was a great choux, it was very light, had a nice chew to it, and that whipped feta in the middle, beautiful, nice acidity from the aubergine. Again, the noodles executed perfectly. You know, I'd be very proud of any of my chefs doing that kind of a job, especially when they've never done it before and they don't have a recipe. So very well done for that. The sauce, for me, I love spice, so loved it. And then, yeah, the dessert, very light, very fragrant with the orange zest through it. The texture with the little tuile on top with the sesame added to it as well, and the walnuts on the bottom, very good flavor.
Gorgeous choodles, that's what I'm calling them.
Choodles, coined the term.
Very impressive. The texture of the cheesecake, dreamy, creamy deliciousness. My only criticism is that the fig wasn't as prominent as the orange flavor. But in terms of technical execution, you nailed it. I'm even going to forgive the chili kick because it kicked me. But Muli, you can definitely be proud of yourself for this one.
This is definitely the first time I have left judging feeling emotional, but in a positive way. And this was definitely a challenge that I wanted to do well in.
Nou dat ek nou na die beoordelaars moet gaan met my kos. Ek is bekommerd oor wat hulle gaan sê, maar aan die ander kant is ek ook bietjie gemaklik want dis my eerste keer so. Gaan ek huis toe of bly ek in die kompetisie? Op die oomblik maak dit regtig vir my saak nie want ek het my alles gegee.
How do you feel after today's mammoth bake?
Yeah, I'm exhausted. But I tried to stay calm because I saw in the morning, like with Chef, how calm he was while doing the masterclass. So his energy is actually quite contagious.
Oh, I love that. You got a calming energy.
Thanks, man. That's what all the ladies say.
As ek moet huis toe gaan, dan gaan dit dalk die dak wees. Of die waffel. Sal jy weet.
Philip, I think that you managed to put together a menu that's actually really cohesive. To start with the starter, I love the generosity of how full you got that choux bun. You got a really good puff on that, great texture. I love the generosity of the filling. I also really enjoyed the combination of beetroot and goat cheese, classic combo. Your main course, I think that you got a really good sear and cook on the duck. I was skeptical about the waffle cum cake, but actually the texture was really light, really fluffy. For the dessert, the flavor, delicious. We know you love blueberry and citrus. You nail it every time. The base, wonderfully short and crisp, that biscuit. The texture of the cheesecake itself, a little bit grainy. So I think that you may have baked it at too high a temperature and you didn't get that smooth silkiness.
Love the choux. Love the mousse in the middle. The duck dish for me, the cook on the duck was wonderful, very good. But for me, the whole dish was too sweet.
Okay.
The carrots glazed, the bacon slightly glazed, the mushroom puree wasn't really a puree, and there wasn't a lot of flavor there, and the waffle for me just didn't hit the mark at all.
But I think a really good effort. I think you thought about the different courses individually and as a whole, so I applaud you for that.
Right,
Yeah.
tough decision time, guys.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
Hectic.
Up next, only 3 can make it through to the semi-finals. Who did enough to impress the judges? Who will influence the nation with their creative bakes? Bake more memories with tried and trusted royal baking powder.
Today is someone's last day, and I don't feel entirely safe.
I have a 50-50. I'm 50 nervous and 50 confident.
I feel really nervous. I never know how things are gonna go in this Taste Master kitchen, man.
It's very clear by the level of baking today that you were deeply inspired by Rikku's masterclass. So please, let's say a huge thank you for his time and just his inspiration. Thank you, Rikku.
I just want to say a big thank you for everything that you put in, because when you put enough in, you get enough out. Today, you basically, inspired me a little bit. This is why I do what I do. All of you deserve to be here.
Well done, guys.
Thank you.
High praise. Lucky for me, I get to deliver the good news today. It's my favorite part because there is a winning bake, even though this is an elimination challenge. The winning bake today showed immense technique, an incredible understanding for balance of flavor, an aptitude for seasoning with perfection. Today's winning bake and recipient of the Royal Baking Powder Pin, which gives you an advantage in the next challenge, is Muli. Congratulations.
I can't believe they called my name. I'm so stoked. This is amazing.
Muli, obviously, along with the pin and the brand new blue apron, you'll also be walking away with a brand new 90 centimeter Samsung gas oven, 5 burner with a 3 flame wok plate. Congratulations.
Finally, first best bake win. It's been such a tough journey to get here, and not only have I won this Royal Baking Powder Pin, I have also won a Samsung stove, and I am stoked.
Right, guys, as you know, the show must go on. We must move forward. And so the next person to be eliminated from the Taste Master kitchen is Phillip. Phillip, not for a lack of trying, not for a lack of effort, and not because you are not an amazing baker, but today was just not your day in the kitchen. We bid you farewell, but with heavy hearts, because you've been such a massive attribute to the competition and to everybody. As you know that, and you can feel it, everybody loves you. You've been a breath of fresh air, so if you want to share some words, you're welcome.
I was prepared actually for this moment because I expected it because of my level of work today in the kitchen. But I think I will forever cherish and take these moments in this kitchen with me. And for being in the top 4 was the greatest achievement for me.
Yes.
So, and I think ek het gegroeid.
Absolutely.
Van hier af gaan begin ek na my besigheid. Ek gaan ook pastry school toe gaan, maar ek werk nie meer vir iemand. Ek sê nie meer môre baas nie. Hierdie lekker ek is nou sy eie baas.
Are you a budding entrepreneur just like Phillip? Now you could win 50,000 Rand from the Taste Master SA and Capitec Business. Reply to the competition post on the Taste Master SA social media pages with a video sharing your small business story and telling us how you'll use this Capitec boost to further the growth of your business. Use hashtag #BetterNeverRests and hashtag the Tastemaster SA with your entry, and tag at Capitec Bank and at Tastemaster SA if entering on Instagram. You can also enter by WhatsApping your video to 065 672 7127. Entries close on Sunday, 28 July. T's and C's apply.
There's Moletwa, Mel, and myself. I think that everyone is going to bring something unique to the next challenge.
Today was a clear indication that this is getting more and more intense. I just have to hope that I make no mistakes.
The meaning of my name means the one we've been waiting for, and Tastemaster, I am the one you guys have been waiting for. So I'm definitely the next Tastemaster.
Next week in the semi-final challenge, Moletwa, Renuka and Melicia travel to the great outdoors to bake around the campfire. Who will earn their spot in the grand finale? From our family to yours, the Tastemaster SA, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.